joining now. And yeah, missiles X2. So we are good to go. So take two. Fortunately, we're not losing a whole lot of score. And here we go. So Ernie and Wats run around. Of course, Ernie had a 1-0 lead before we had to restart. But that's,
I wonder if they'll do that same pattern they did in the first match.
We'll see. Wats hanging
They
out
seem
the
to
back.
be staying at like diagonals from each other in the beginning of the match.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I don't know if Wats got any points of damage off there, but... no, they didn't want homers only.
Oh, lots of plasma.
For entropy, they didn't want homers only. That just seemed to be the way the game was going, is that they were using mostly homing missiles.
Mm.
So, yeah, they did not want a homers only match. It was just a straight up Athena X2. Dodging that smart. And
We're
Ernie's gonna
definitely
have to
seeing
retreat
more
to door,
primaries right off the bat here, I think.
which is interesting. That's a bit more Vulcan. Of course, they know where each other's going to be a little more now than they did 8 minutes ago. And you can definitely tell it's X2. You can see the smart missiles flying a lot more now. Wats narrowly avoiding that homing missile. And we see the little bit of camp going on there, but he's going to get flushed out. And that's a typical Ernie tactic right there. Just sitting in an open door, waiting to see his opponent, taking a few shots, and then going into the door to avoid any return fire. He's very comfortable playing a hit-and-run game like that. Just waiting. He's got a ton of patience. I don't think they know where the other is right now. Wats missing the door there. He's trying to play a little bit of Dorfu, but strangers in the night at the moment. Here
Yeah, they're exploring.
A few missiles, but nothing else. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, they're catching up. There we go.
And that is a clean kill for
those.
Ernie. Delicious. 1-0. Wats. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. What a
Smart
shot.
missile. What placement. And just like that.
Oh, and some more. Oh, some more. Did you see him eat he ate all those blobs.
Did he? This is a...
Looked like it.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw that second kill, but I haven't seen...
I threw a smart into the doorway there into the inner area, and the blobs, I think he ate a bunch of them.
And speaking of eating, a few more homing missiles for Wats there. He's hurting. Ernie putting the foot down.
Yeah. He's barely scraping by right now. Wow.
Wats backing him off with a couple homing missiles. Having to dodge a smart. But why
Seemed like an unfortunate weapon switch there or something. I didn't see any primaries.
Nice, I don't know if anyone caught that. Wats was backing off from Ernie there. He used a reverse tricord to do it. Vulcan in the room, and
oh, wow.
3. The fade-away Vulcan. I was going to say, they might be at it again. There he is. Ernie's just punishing now. He's on the attack. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, but Wats catches Ernie going the wrong way and picks up his first kill. 3-1.
Watts seems a little shaky. He backed into the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, he backed into the wall instead of dodging the homing missile. And
he went through the door and just kind of kept going and hit the wall. Yeah, he kind of stopped cold there.
But I'll be honest, it worked out. Ernie was expecting him to keep going to dodge the homing missile, and that's not what happened. Watts stayed behind and got behind Ernie. And the plasma didn't take much.
Put him down again.
4-1. So 4 minutes in, we have a much different score than last game.
That last kill was pretty good.
Yeah. This was also 0-0 2 minutes in. I mean, this game's exploded.
Yeah. Much more aggressive this time.
Watts getting himself
Watts might get his bearings.
And Ernie jumping out to a quick 5-1 lead. That is a very strong advantage. Of course, Ernie is currently in a gold promotion series. Wats has been silver for a few months. Oh, wow.
Watts seems to be having trouble triangulating Ernie.
Yeah, he's not quite dodging correctly here. It looks like he's having just a little bit of trouble with his flying.
It seems like he's having trouble knowing where Ernie is, too, a little bit.
Yep. Vaniac's asking if there's a list of who's up next. I do display that in between matches. Next up is going to be Morphon and Melvin. Ernie, with a 4-kill streak now, it's 7-1. This is starting to not look very good for Wats. Wats at this point needs to do something to change the flow, because what he's doing is not working.
Wife's calling. I need to step away for just a second. Okay.
So
be right back.
Ernie again getting behind Wats. Oh, Ernie, look at this. Some expert stalking there by Ernie, getting a ton of damage and the kill, 8-1. And this is starting. This has gotten ugly fast. And this is what X2 can do to you, too. It's just so many missiles if you're not ready for it. It can be big trouble, and we're seeing that here. It's been 2.5 minutes since Wats has gotten a kill, and it's his only kill all game. Wats using the Ernie tactic, keeping that door open. Trying to use his tactics against him, throwing a bunch of homing missiles in. I don't know if any of them hit. Oh, and there's another one. 6 in a row now for Ernie as he's picking up a 9-1 advantage. Now, this is a clinic right now. Ernie just barely hiding around the corner there. He's looking to see what Wats is going to do, and they're across the map. Wats is closing in, and Ernie, this could be bad for Ernie. Ooh, no, it's not. I didn't quite see what was going on there because I thought they were going to fight down the hallway, but Ernie picks up his 7th in a row. It's 10-1, and this is not at all what I expected out of this match. Some more damage.
Come on, Wats. It's time to wake up.
No kidding. Wats is just getting stomped into the mud.
I don't feel so bad. Now. I faced Ernie in an Anarchy. It was like either this week or last week, and he was pretty tough. And I was like, man, that Ernie guy is, I don't know. I've never seen him, but he's he's a meanie. And it's nice to see him being mean here. And at least my assessment was somewhat correct, you know.
Wats dodging that barrage of homers. I don't think he took any of them, which is good. But Ernie coming flying around the back there, getting behind Wats again. Oh, look at this. They're just waiting each other out.
Wats is he's dropping anchor.
No, that was pretty good.
That was a pretty good escape.
A whole lot of damage, but he did have a moment of offense there. Vaniac's asking if he's not.
Ernie knows where he is.
I mean, like I said, these two are not common opponents, so the lag could be a factor for sure. Ernie getting behind him. Flushes him out.
Flushes him into a big collection of homers there.
Yes. Of course, it's hard to go anywhere. And
wow, everything's pretty much disappeared. There's only one smart. There's one up in the secret area too.
Yeah, there's one up in the secret area. There's one up in the great. Oh, and Ernie gets his 8th in a row.
Oh, and there's one down in that hallway on the bottom.
Yep. And that's his 8th in a row now for Ernie, and Wats has got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding.
He needs to get pissed.
I don't think I've ever seen Wats be pissed before.
He needs to consider the ramifications of losing.
Oh, Ernie just barely avoiding that smart.
Wow. That was a vertical miss right there, wasn't it?
It was. Wats putting on some pain with the Vulcan there. You have to wonder where Ernie is at in shields, because Wats has gotten some offense on him, but 8 kills in a row, that's, you multiply that by 6, that's, what, 48 shields that he's gotten off of kills? Wats taking some more damage.
Wats is playing a little more careful now.
Yeah,
he still seems to not really be able to triangulate Ernie's position, though.
Yeah, Ernie's definitely doing a much better job of figuring out where Wats is than the other way around.
You know, it looks like Wats is trying to. Ooh,
well, there goes the kill streak. That's not a kill. Ernie actually suicides there. Again, entirely accidental. He just probably. It looked like a reticle. Oh, look at this!
How entertaining is that?
Oh, that was great.
Wow.
Watts sitting on Ernie and not even realizing it. Ernie just popping
He
with a
cuddled
smart.
up in the corner there.
Ernie's, or Watts rather, his score has not moved in 6.5 minutes. This is a
It looks like a lot of the time
yeah.
Watts is trying to predict where Ernie's going to be, and he's never successful at it. He needs to pay more attention to where Ernie actually is, but by Ernie's cues, you know?
Exactly. See, like here,
Like,
he
you know,
should have an
Mark.
idea where he is, and
Yeah, Mark or David is going to know where you are basically by where your lights are, and if your lights aren't visible, then they're going to know where you are because they can't see them. So, like,
yep. Ooh,
it kind
another
of
near miss for Ernie there. Just barely getting by that smart.
drop an anchor there.
Yep. Oh, this
Oh,
is
he was
good.
going to
That's
eat the.
really
Oh,
good.
yeah, he ate all
And
three of those.
Watts
That
ends
hurt.
the drought with a barrage of homing missiles that Ernie just cannot get away from.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Almost
Should
a
have kept.
third near miss for Watts with a smart. Watts switching over to the lasers here. Perhaps trying to find something that works.
Ernie scores the hallway. That was a lot of spew there.
Yep.
There goes Watts. He's going to get some secondaries.
We got a couple. We didn't get all the ones in the back there.
Yeah, he needs to make the trip all the way down.
Yep.
Ooh, get turned around. There you
now.
go.
Yep. He's going to run into all those homers. Well, some of them.
Wow, he chooses not to. Non-committal.
Yep.
Oh, and
Oh,
he,
man. He
wow,
eats that
those
homer.
chased him pretty good.
12-2. And this is quite the drubbing. Watts had a chance to pick up the Vulcan there, and he did not.
That was just kind of an
I don't know if he saw
exploratory
it.
smart there.
Yeah. The fusion is still locked up in its secret area there. I doubt either one's going to bring it out at this point. If they haven't brought it out at this point. Lots of damage for Ernie. Picks up another kill, 13-2.
Got him on the angles on that one.
Oh, geez, and he's behind him now.
Oh, yep. Oh, and he knows where. Oh, yeah.
The
Poor Watts didn't even know.
And 14-2, not the score I expected. Wow.
You need to bust out the Barney, Watts. Live and die by the fusion.
At this point, and another collision. They'll get
that.
each other there. So 15-3.
Oh, and Ernie
Ernie's
wins
going to win the
spew.
spew. He had the better spawn for sure. And Watts just trying to not get hit by the reactor. I think he took a couple reactor hits there.
Now he's searching for anything, and he's going to get
line of
snuck.
plasma. He got out of it, but it's just Ernie is just all over him here. Watts does have the full contingent of homing missiles right now, which is why you're not seeing him pick any up. Oh. Watts having to dodge that missile there. Nice placement there by
decision.
Ernie. Yeah. Watts kept going though, so he's okay. Maddox in chat, he's saying that he'd like to see some team games. I'd like to do some team games as well, with the Descent Rangers. So that's definitely something I've considered for the show as well, to do a team-based event based on the Rangers. 16-3 now. And Watts, at this point, if you're Watts, you're not in this to win it. You're in this to stretch this out long enough to get a few more points. You don't really need to use a suicide tactic game here, but you don't want to go out, 20-3 at this point. It is 17-3 now.
Ernie literally flying circles around Watts at this point.
Yeah.
He's having a little directional troubles, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like a moment right there. He could have gotten a bit more damage on Ernie than he did. but chose to just kept flying in the direction he was. He had a bit of trouble getting through it. So Wats now coming down. And Ernie's going to know where this is happening. Also, I don't know if you know.
Ernie's courting around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wats is just kind of exploring.
Yeah. I don't know if you know.
Oh, Ernie eats some.
Did he?
Eats some reactor.
That reactor, I'm telling you, it's a big machine of hate.
Pissed off
it is.
reactor.
No one loves the reactor, but the reactor doesn't love anyone either. So I guess it works out. A little bit of damage up both sides.
I love having a reactor in the level like that. I think it's a great element.
It's good if there's not a spawn point by it.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
annoying.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Nice damage there by Wats.
We have a doink.
For the first time in the entire match, I feel that Wats finally had a lead on where Ernie was. Ernie now bringing out the hardware. I didn't see this coming.
Barney time.
Fusion in the mix. Let's see how he uses it.
Fusion cannon.
Yeah. I think he's waiting for just the right moment, too. You see, he's not slinging it down any of the hallways or anything. There it is.
Oh, he's angry.
Bam. Just one shot.
Oh, he's switching weapons. Yep. He's trying to get the finishing shot. Oh, man, this is going to get ugly. Oh, man, almost moss it. Oh, boy, you got my interest now, buddy.
All right, been a while since we've had a kill, though. It's been about a minute.
Not giving a crap, just opening doors with Fusion.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, that made it right into the door.
Yep.
Oh, and Watts misjudging the hallway. And he's going to take another death. 18-4 now.
Ernie passing up the shield blob. Just listening to where Wats is.
Yep. That's all he needs. Just some cue where Wats is so he can close in on him. Watts is going to have to dodge that.
Wasn't even pointed towards him. It's like he had his ear cocked.
All right, and a little bit of damage. Running the Vulcan.
Nice dodge there.
Dodge, yeah, absolutely. No damage.
Pulled that thing right into the wall. Yep, escaped it.
Watts looking
for
Watts
stuff, trying to see. Oh, where's the fusion? Oh, guess where it is.
There's nothing.
You're gonna have to work for that, buddy. You got to get a kill to get the fusion cannon.
Oh, and he gets behind Ernie there.
Oh,
Ernie in trouble.
He's working on it.
Nice dodge by Ernie with a backwards tricord through that one-by-one tunnel, making sure that he does not get hit by that homing missile. That was clutch.
That fusion woke him up a little bit, I think.
Maybe.
Oh, let's see. Ernie's trying to get him cornered a little. That's not working though. Watts is content to explore it out.
Yes.
Gets a couple picks at him.
Good, Watts.
Get some secondaries.
He's making Ernie dance.
Looks like he's definitely got a bearing on Ernie now. Oh no, he doesn't. Up there.
I thought Watts was going to have some more damage there because Ernie was tricording into that. He did not see Watts immediately until Watts started firing on him. And
ooh, we're going to have a kill here.
Yeah, we're going to have a death. Ernie flops over down to 17-4.
Yeah, sorry. Correction, death.
Yes. Ernie taking a bit of a warlord timeout here. I'm not quite sure he needs
drop an anchor.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
Man, he needs to grab some. Yeah, we're going to start losing power ups here if somebody doesn't.
It only happens
to do something.
It only happens with concussions and shields, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, and
no.
he just turns completely the wrong way.
Yeah, and Ernie only had laser 1, so it's not like he could do anything. He could fire lasers.
You know, I'm wondering at this point if Wats isn't playing on like speakers or something because he seems to have bad audio directionality.
That could be it too. Playing
I
this
mean,
game on speakers is not easy in multiplayer. Just
No,
because
it's
sound
not.
is such a big part of the game. Ernie getting his 18th back, so 18-4.
When things start exploding, it becomes kind of a white noise thing, and it becomes very hard to have directional input.
Yes. Ernie chasing Wats down with the plasma, but Wats dodging in that tunnel pretty effectively.
Watts courting a little bit there.
Yeah, he does court.
For one,
He can. It just seems like he's been awkward about it this game when he
yeah, he's
tries.
been kind of. I'm saying exploratory, but I mean he's like bumbling around. You know what I mean? Not very clean movement so far, and that was a nice chord down the hallway. I think he's starting
Ernie
to.
read that like a book. He had to have heard the door, but he didn't even flinch towards it. And Watts taking a ton of damage, and there's 19. Game point.
Watts
for Ernie.
sliding back and forth down that tunnel with the grates. His light was visible, and so it gives away his position.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And Watts taking a couple.
Watts landing some shots there.
Not enough.
Nope.
And that's going to be GG as Ernie's going to take the first game 20-4. And that is one heck of a defense right there. Holy crap. I got to say, Ernie just flew all kinds of circles around him in that game. And he's going to take game one there. Very good. So
Definitely controlled it.
Yeah, a lot of control, a lot of just knowing where he was. It was really good.
A couple real nice just swoop in and kills. Great overall general knowledge of where Watts was.
All right, so that's the first game.